Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another week of What's for Dinner. And this week we are starting with, actually I made some fresh pizza dough and sauce and made the rest of the family some pizza. But for myself, I did something a little bit different because as you may notice in some of my previous videos, I try to eat gluten-free as much as possible. It doesn't always happen, but I try to. And that's why sometimes you will see my dinners maybe a little bit different than everybody else's. So they had their usual pizza, which I have shown before in, our previous What's for Dinner videos. But for myself, I had a ton of tomatoes from my farm share and a couple of eggplants. So what I did was I just basically layered the eggplant and tomatoes in actually I pre-cooked the eggplant slightly just so that way it would be cooked enough. And then what I did was I just layered it in a baking dish with the tomatoes and the sauce that I had used for everybody else's pizza. And just put some fresh garlic on the top with some, little salt and pepper. Really, really simple, like Italian seasoning. And I just baked it up in the baking dish, and that was pretty much it. And that was my dinner. Very simple. And I think I actually even had some rice left, and I threw it on top of a little bit of rice. But that was it. Very simple and easy. And so that was our dinner for tonight. Hey guys, here is what's for dinner tonight. Tonight we made some mashed potatoes using our potatoes. I had some leftover potatoes from last week. Just peeled them up, cut them up, boiled them, added some non-dairy milk and butter and salt and pepper, mashed them up. Very simple and easy. And then I made a very easy gravy using those Micelle bouillon cubes. I showed them in last week's What's for Dinner. And I just boiled those up with some water and a little bit of cornstarch just to thicken it. Makes a great gravy. And then I had some green beans from my farm share. I just sauteed them up really quickly until they were cooked with some fresh garlic and just a little tiny bit of coconut oil, very, very little. And then, so this was my dinner. And then for my husband and my son, they had some turkey sausages with it, and that was our dinner for tonight. Alright guys, here is tonight's dinner. We are doing breakfast for dinner, and we are making pancakes. And these are actually vegan pancakes, and I will actually have a video coming soon for you guys. It is filmed. I'm working on editing it, so hopefully it will be up soon for you, because I know there have been a few of you guys who have requested to see my recipe for this, for my pancakes. Anyway, so we made a variety of different ones, I was just playing around with some different, things to add in them. And we made peanut butter cup ones, which I added peanut butter powder and a tiny little bit of some vegan chocolate chips. We made some blueberry ones, and then I also made plain. When I make pancakes, I usually make a ton of them, because what I do is whatever's left over, I will pop them in the freezer, and then everybody has them for, whenever they want them. They can just take them out and microwave them, and they are ready to go. So this is our dinner for tonight. Hey guys, so for tonight's dinner, I am making something a little bit different than what everybody else is having. Everybody else is kind of having some like leftovers and, just kind of fend for themselves kind of night. So, sometimes we just have those nights. So I decided to make myself some wraps using collard green leaves. I am so obsessed with these lately. So what I did was I cooked up a little bit of some tofu strips. I just cut it into some strips, and also some yellow peppers that I had from my farm share, and I just sauteed that up a little bit, just a tiny bit of cooking spray, a little salt and pepper. That was basically it. And then while that was cooking, I made the peanut butter sauce. I know I've talked about it before, that I'm totally obsessed with. So for the peanut butter sauce, basically I use peanut butter powder. You can use any peanut butter powder that you like or have. We have been using this one for a while. This is a gigantic bottle I had gotten from a boxed order. If you're not familiar with boxed, it's sort of like a wholesale online shopping website that you can shop from and buy things in bulk. I'll link it down below. Not sponsored at all, but so I usually buy certain things like this that are big quantities. Anyway, so I'm going to use this one, this PB Fit peanut butter powder. And then what I do is I add a little bit of this chili garlic sauce. And then basically I just add a little water just to make it, whatever consistency works for you, just whisk it up. And that is basically your peanut butter sauce. So simple and easy. You can add other things to it, but this is my, this is my pretty basic recipe. Sometimes I will even use like the Frank's red hot sauce instead, whatever hot sauce I have on hand. And it is so good. You can drizzle it on, rice, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it as a dipping sauce for these collard green wraps. So for the collard green wraps, basically what I did was I washed and dried the collard green leaves, remove the stems. I just lay it flat, and I also had some leftover rice, so I put a little bit of rice. Then I put the cooked tofu strips in there. Then I just added a little bit of the peppers. And like I said before, you can use anything. You put anything you have or anything you have leftovers or whatever you want in these. They're very simple and easy to make and taste so good. Like I said, I am obsessed with these collard greens, using them as wraps lately. And then I just roll it up, and then I just continue to roll them up until I used up all my collard greens. There you go. That is my dinner for tonight. Just these basic collard green wraps with the peanut butter sauce. I actually added a little bit of some sesame seeds and extra hot sauce to the top of it because you can just never have enough hot sauce. And this is so delicious, so satisfying, very low calorie, low fat, gluten-free. If you are gluten-free, a really great, satisfying dinner. All right, so for tonight's dinner, we are having some Chinese food, and I had purchased some egg roll wrappers, I think a couple weeks back, and this past week I purchased some just shredded cabbage. You could shred it yourself as well, but I just wanted to make life easy, so I just bought the shredded cabbage, and what I did was I put it in a frying pan with some water, and I actually added a little bit of some kale to it as well, and I just put a lid on it. I let it steam until it got really soft, and I added a little tiny pinch of sugar. I know it sounds strange, but it just enhances the flavor. Little pinch of sugar, salt and pepper, and just a little bit, maybe like about a tablespoon of soy sauce, and that was basically the mix. And then what I did was I basically did like an assembly line. I just laid out the little mini egg roll wrappers, or wonton wrappers, I believe that's what they're called, but they are, they make little mini egg rolls. And then I just added the filling, and I brushed a little water on the sides of it and rolled them up. And then I just baked them in the oven until they were nice and crispy. I did, before I threw them in the oven, I did spray them with a light mist of cooking spray. You can even brush a little, olive oil on, or coconut oil, whatever you have. It just helps them kind of crisp up on the outsides, because I don't want to deep fry these. I want to, try to keep them, as healthy as possible. So that's why I only do the little mist of cooking spray on them, and it just gives them that nice little crunch. And these are great. Also, you can make them in big batches and throw them in your freezer and have them ready whenever you want. Just toss them back in the oven and you have mini egg rolls. So here is my final dish. Now, obviously, mine and my daughter's is different than my husband's and my son's, because you guys know they are the meat eaters. We are not. So this is my final dish. I had some rice. We made some rice, and I topped it with some of my peanut butter sauce, because you guys know I am obsessed with that lately. Some sesame seeds, some of those little mini egg rolls, and we also made a crispy tofu, which I basically sliced the tofu and I just coat it with a little bit of some cornstarch and just fry it in a pan quickly, just to give it a little crispiness on the outside. And that is basically our dinner for tonight. The boys was exactly the same. Only thing different was they had some crispy chicken with theirs, and that was our dinner. Alright guys, so here is our final dinner for this week. It is a Friday and the end of the week, and everybody else is recovering from being sick, and I'm slowly getting sick, I think. Hopefully not. I don't know. It might be just allergies. Anyway, so we're just making life easy And we're just calling it a Papa John's tonight, again, ordering some pizza. And we don't do this too often. I know it seems like we have this past month, you know, getting back into the swing of things. Anyways, but they had a great deal. The pies were only $6.99 each for large pie with one topping. Actually, you'll see they'll have two toppings on them, but they're only half on each side, or each on, you know, one side of the pizza. Anyways, so for my daughter and I, we did half onion and half mushroom, and then for the boys, my husband wanted the green peppers, and my son wanted, yes, I know, he wanted bacon, so he got bacon. So that is what we had for dinner tonight. All right, guys, so that is it for What's for Dinner this week. I hope you enjoyed seeing what we ate. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these videos, and I will continue to make them for you. I love sharing these videos with you. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and join my YouTube family. And if you are a new subby, just leave me a comment down below and let me know that you are new. You can even just put new, and you know, if that's all you want to say, because I know sometimes there are a lot of silent viewers. I love you guys all, comments or no comments. But I would love to hear from you guys. Definitely tell me what you guys had for dinner. I would love hearing what you guys ate. Anyway, so definitely subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Hit that bell button down below so you know when I am uploading. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.